It's week number 5, and this show is still alive. So tonight I didn't have any time to make myself any dinner, so I ordered some Chinese, sat down, ate it, and watched Survivor. Maybe next time I'll eat a little Korean. Now normally I do this on Tout, but it's a special treat for you guys here on YouTube tonight. I'm going to read you my fortune cookie. Lucky you. Learn Chinese. Bread. Mian bao! Oh wow, look at this. Travel is in your future. Ooh. I don't know about my future, but I know travel is in this guy's future. Because yet again, there was no interactive living room tonight, and the reason for that was Jeff Probst was traveling to an undisclosed location. He said he had to get on a plane, then a helicopter, and then a boat. So that means only one thing: Survivor 25 is going to be filming very shortly. Which is a travesty because obviously I'm not there to win the game. You're missing out. Big time. Now I normally don't cover random tweets from survivors, but this time I'll make an exception. Tonight Colton tweeted, and I quote, "Someone just asked me if I'd ever get a tattoo. Do people put bumper stickers on their Ferrari? Question mark. I think not." And you know what, Colton? You're right. I don't think I've ever seen a bumper sticker on a Ferrari before. But I have seen designs printed on marshmallows, so feel free to get that tattoo. But enough of this jibber-jabber, let's get on to the show. So as always, the show starts out with a recap of last week. And we're reminded that Chelsea offered Tarzan to kiss her ass, and he didn't take her up on it. And Bill was advised to get a real job, like living off of your parents. But that was all last week. This week is all about the tribe swap. So at the reward challenge, both tribes have to drop their buffs, which makes me wonder what would they have done if one of the girls was using her buff as a bra, or if Tarzan was using his buff as a Speedo. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. So all the survivors have to grab an egg that's filled with paint and break it, and whatever color comes out is going to decide which tribe they're going to end up on. During this, Troyzan wonders if he can eat the egg filled with paint. Troyzan, if you want to eat paint, feel free to do it. I'm sure it's not the first time. So when it's all said and done, we have a new Solani tribe and a new Manano tribe. So the new Solani tribe consists of Chelsea, Kim, Sabrina, Kat, Mike,
Jay,
and Troyzan. So basically they end up with all the athletic men, and at this point they might want to consider renaming their tribe Salami. I don't know, just a thought. The new Manano tribe consists of everybody else. So the two new tribes go at it, and the stakes are pretty high. The winning tribe gets PB&Js. The losing tribe has to move off of the beach to a new beach and start a brand new camp. So the newly minted Salami tribe wins the challenge, and the Manano tribes gotta go. So Manano goes to its new beach, and they're trying to make the best of it. And as is expected, when everybody's working really hard, trying to build up their new camp, build their shelter, Colton is doing nothing. Well, I shouldn't say nothing, he is doing some strategizing. And this is where we see the budding alliance between Colton and Alicia. And it seems like Jonas Brother is in awe of Colton. He even says, how does Colton get away with this? Jonas Brother, come here. I'll tell you the secret. You let him get away with it! You see, Jonas, without you empowering Colton, he wouldn't have the power that he has over your tribe. In fact, if you, Tarzan, and Leaf had half a brain between the three of you, you'd be able to put Colton in his place. Let me put this into terms that maybe you'll understand. If I went to an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant, and you were the chef, and I start eating roll after roll because I can put away the sushi. I eat roll after roll, and you start to run out of fish. You're like, this guy's eating too much. How's he getting away with all this? Well, all you gotta do is stop feeding me sushi, okay? Now, Jonas, I know you're used to outwitting dead fish and manipulating dragon rolls, but human beings are a whole different story. But that's why you're a follower, and if you make it to the end of this game, it's not from your own doing, and that's no way to play Survivor. So then it's time to check in with the other tribe, and apparently it's all puppy dogs and rainbows over there. Not only do they have the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to eat, not only do they catch crabs to eat, but they catch a rooster, they kill it, and they eat it. Which is a reminder that roosters don't fare too well on Survivor One World.
So up next we see what looks like a budding alliance between Troyzan, Kim, and Jay. And who knew? Jay's actually doing a little strategizing out there. Maybe it's going to be New Year's Eve in his shorts, and his balls will drop.
And he might do his part to try and control this game.
But time will tell.
So during this time, the book starts to open a little bit more on Kim, and we see that she's really playing this game. Which makes me happy because, as I understand it, she's a real fan of the show, as am I, and I love to see real fans get on the show and actually succeed at playing the game. So she goes on a hunt for the immunity idol, which brings us to the Survivor Pro Tip of the week. If you ever see a tree with a hole in it, that's where the immunity idol is. And this has been your Survivor Pro Tip of the week. So Kim goes out and finds the immunity idol. She sticks it in her crotch and says, and I quote, "It feels amazing. Maybe one of the best feelings since I got here." I'm not lying. Go watch it yourself if you don't believe me. So who knew the immunity idol was so multifaceted? So after Kim has her cigarette, she goes and tells Chelsea that she has the idol. So then it's time for the immunity challenge. And this challenge is Survivor's version of basketball in shallow water. In this challenge, a couple of things happen. Leaf and Monica play like warriors. If Leaf put as much effort into his Survivor game as he did into the basketball challenge, he'd be doing a whole lot better right now. And Monica proves that if I was playing this game with her, I would be aligned with her. Because not only is she solid, but she's an ass kicker in these challenges. She's the only person on her tribe that scored a basket. Also in this challenge, Mike obviously changed his last name to Jordan because he scored all 3 baskets that were necessary to win this challenge for his tribe. And he set a Survivor midget tossing record of 5 feet. Now, I don't condone throwing little people. It's demeaning. But I'm just giving you the news. It's like if I told you that there were X amount of murders in Washington, D.C. I don't condone it. I'm just telling you information. So the Monano tribe loses, and it's time to go back to camp. So Colton decides it's time to get rid of Monica, so he programs all of his mindless little soldiers to vote against her. And we're off to Tribal Council. So during Tribal Council, everybody's talking up Monica, how great she is, and what an asset to the tribe she is. Colton's talking her up, and Alicia's talking her up. And while Alicia is singing the praises of Monica, Jeff Probst says he smells a butt coming. Which doesn't surprise me because he's talking to Alicia and she hasn't showered in God knows how long. But being an authority on butts, Alicia actually comes up with a butt and reveals that she considers Monica a threat. On the lighter side of this tribal council, we learn that Tarzan has problems remembering people's names. Which doesn't surprise me because if you remember last week, he was calling Jonas' brother Jason. Now I have the same problem that Tarzan has. But I don't consider it a disorder. I just chalk it off to the fact that I only remember important things. So when it's all said and done, we have a blind side and poor Monica goes home, which in my opinion is a damn shame. So that's it for this week. What you need to do right now is hit the subscribe button right up here. You need to follow me on Twitter at SurvivorTrev, and that's all I got. So until next time,